thanks for joining me. I'm Kira from KiraWoods.com, and it's lovely to see you. This is your weekly tarot card reading, and we've come to the first week of April. So this is April 4 to the 10th. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar with my readings, what I have here is the cards drawn from the monthly reading for April. So if you haven't checked that out, you might find that useful, and you'll find that under my monthly listing. Okay, so this is the card that we drew for the week for the first week of the month, and it's the Fool, and it's a major arcana. It's number 0, and this is the helper card that we drew for the month, and this is the number 5 of Wands. So let's look at the Fool in a bit more detail. Well, you know, the Fools, the imagery of the Fool here really tells you very much about what the card is about. You know, it's like here you've got this figure of a person who's absolutely living in the moment, enjoying the moment, about to just sort of take a leap of faith off this wonderful little cliff. And, you know, carries with it in its in this sort of bag here all the things that it's learned and gained and observed throughout life, through what it knows to be true, what's important to life. And here we're looking at the sense of taking a leap of faith, you know, around sort of feeling a sense of where your life force wants you to go, you know, what from a real sense of essence of what is your life force and who are you, what is your personality, and what's right for you. This is the sort of things you'll be thinking about. You know, you'll be sort of maybe asking yourself questions, you know, what am I being called to do? Even if I'm not too sure what it might mean in the big picture, it's like, what am I being called to do? You know, where does this fit in my life, though? Is it different than the direction I've been going in? Does it somehow challenge maybe some of the social norms or rules or regulations I've been following? Does it feel some sort of drawn to something that maybe is authentic? What is authenticity in your life, you may ask? It's sort of asking you sort of what does your soul, you know, yearn for? Are you feeling that maybe some of the things you've been doing or thinking or saying maybe are a little bit in conflict or a little bit out of the norm with situations that you have been in? Do you feel a sense that maybe the direction you've been going in or the direction people are pushing you in maybe is not in alignment with this sense of who you authentically are, what is important to you, what your instincts are telling you? So when you see the Fool, this is around listening to and knowing, well, what are my instincts wanting to say to me? How is this maybe overriding the influences of others, or maybe even my own good sense in terms of the things that I've thought about in the past? And also that sort of sense of maybe looking at the situation for the essence of what it is and not the fear of the consequences of what it might mean. However, this is also this Fool here, sitting here with this 5 of Wands. So as we think about the Wands, this is about your self-expression, your driving force, or your creativity, or your sense of who you want to be in this world, how you want to use your energy, how do you want to use your gifts, how do you want to use your talents. This is what the Wands is about. You know, this is your will to win. This is your will to express your life force. From a sense of what's right for you. In the sense of it being with the Fool, it's about how is that in alignment with your divine sense of self, your true sense of your connection to who you really are, or maybe even to your sense of what is source, if you have that sense of spiritual connection. So as you look at this 5 of Wands, it's indicating, you know, 5s are about challenge. They are about challenge. They are about change. They can be about conflict as well. And although you might say, well, what's that conflict about? Well, it could be about something inside yourself, your own internal conflict, because you maybe are not listening to your sense of true self, or your true sense of your connection to source. And this week, there's going to be some sort of challenge to you really starting to pay attention. You might find that therefore it's an internal challenge or an internal conflict or an internal sense of change that is needed, or it could come from external. It could be that others, their life force, their sense of will and desire and competition and confidence is jutting up against you, or maybe it's highlighting to you where you're not paying enough attention. So there is this sense of agitation or sense of things rubbing up against each other whenever you see this Five of Wands. It's not a major blowout though. It's not like a big fight or a big argument. The Five of Wands is that positive agitation I often feel that we get in our lives when we kind of need to realign things just a little bit, when we get a little bit off track or we get loose focus to some degree. So it can be very much, that agitation can be a very much a positive. It can be, because it can come in the form of a brainstorming session where somebody else gives you some great idea, or you yourself brainstorm within yourself. It could be that agitation that brings about a new way of looking at a situation to problem solve differently, or joining a mastermind group where you really seek out those who really have a different point of view, just to open up your way of thinking, the way of looking, the way of using your life force. So therefore it could be a work group of some sort, or somebody who's in competition with you around a particular the situation. But in that competition, they are teaching you, they are showing you, they are opening up new doors that you maybe otherwise haven't been paying attention to. Because when you see the Five of Wands, this diversity of opinion or difference of opinion can be a wonderful gem. It could be that gem that's going to give you this capacity to take this final leap, to take this leap and leap into something new, or jump off the cliff, or to leave behind the thing that's keeping you stuck. It also could be the willingness or the ability to finally, take that energetic force that wants you to go somewhere and do something with it. Because within all of tarot, the energy around you is a sense of, it's either opportunity or hindrance, both really being the same thing in many ways, because it's the question is, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to do anything with it? Are you going to avoid it still? Are you going to embrace it? These are the things that are an opportunity to you. It could be that you've had a bit of a lack of focus, or being at cross purposes with yourself or others, or you've been wearing so many hats that you're not putting enough attention to detail into one particular thing that is the thing that is the most important for you to find your new sense of authenticity. So it is a 5, it is a challenge, but this challenge could be a wonderful gem, a wonderful tool for you. So it could be that you are realizing, or you need to realize, that being in multiple directions simultaneously is not the best way to focus on something. Or it could be the other. Maybe you've only been focusing on one or two things, and you need to put on all those hats and be more focused around realizing you've got to keep all things spinning simultaneously. All the cups are in, plates are in the air, and you've got to keep them all spinning, otherwise one will fall to the ground and crash. So it could be either side of the coin, and it actually does not matter, because it's actually the same message. The message is here. Listen to your life force, listen to your sense of knowing, listen to what is authentic for you. How does that fit with your true sense of self, your own values and beliefs? How does that reinforce your force of will, your confidence, your personal identity, your sense of inspiration? And if you have that all aligned, then you are about to leap this week into finding something incredibly special, new, and important for you in your life. So I hope you have an absolutely fantastic week. If you like this video, please share, like, subscribe, leave me messages. If you like a private reading, please go to my website at www.carolwoods.com, and love to connect up with you. I provide opportunities for readings in all different ways: Skype, in person. I can do them by phone, whatever works for you. So please reach out. And thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Okay, take care. Cheers, bye.